Hello and welcome to another video. This is about the chatbot again. There have been a couple updates, and also there is a major new feature that does not involve with the speech parsing or responding or anything, and that is now you can run a server for this. In fact, I have one running in case you're interested in joining it and talking to her over it. You don't have to run your own server, but you can if you want. As always, it's completely open source, and the download links are in the description. The source link is in the description, as well as a forum topic with more information. Anyway, although you can, run it as a server, you can also just talk to her normally, like if I just type hi or what's up. You know, it's exactly the same as normal. To start the server, you type command start and hit enter, and then it should show you this. And that will, now the server is currently on. It is on port 8000, and you have to know your own IP address if you want to use it to, you want to give it to other people. The default client, which there should also be a video up on, very soon, probably when this video is uploaded, the client connects by default to my server. So if you wanted to connect to your server, then you'll have to give them some other program. I'll probably end up adding a settings in soon, but for right now that's what you have to do. The other commands, and by the way, all commands are started with command space in the name of the command, because otherwise, I don't know if you're talking to her or not. So what you do is you type command save, and that will save the files, and you can do command exit, and that will close down the program. So, what else? Oh yeah. Okay, so also whenever somebody talks to her, actually I'm going to show you that now. There it is. Okay. Oops. Whenever somebody sends her a message, you see their IP address, the port they connected from, and their message, and then what she said back. So if you're looking to see what people like to say to her while they're talking to her, you can just go pull this up. It doesn't save it in a text file, but it's not really a big problem. I can type, whatever. Although, I should say, I did disable teaching and misspellings things because they're not currently supported online for this version of the program. So you can't teach her things with a little interface in here, but you can still edit her data files if you understand how to do that. I'll go into detail on that in a second. However, for now, what she does is she just responds with "you're quite welcome," because the default response is now "you're quite welcome," because the first option is "thank you" or whatever, and she would say "you're quite welcome" if I said "thank you," like wow, that's bad, "thank you" or "thanks." Yeah. So, and then when you say bye, it disconnects you. She says you were disconnected, and over here, you see they can disconnect it. It doesn't save the file because there's nothing really to save. Also, one more important point is that the thing does, she does realize that she's talking to different people. So, for example, if I open up this client and go here and go here, and then I tell her my name is Kytuzian, and then I ask her what's, actually I'm going to tell her my name is something else. My name is John. Okay. And then they say, what's my name? And she says, John. But if I say, what's my name here? She says, Kytuzian. Because she understands who's talking to you at the moment, or who's talking to her at the moment. So, yeah, you won't have issues like that. Or if you say, you can tell her, my favorite color is red. And then, my favorite color is brown. And then, what's my favorite color? Whatever. She'll get it. What's my favorite color? And red and brown. So, yeah. That's pretty much the basics of what you need to know for that. Now, editing the text file. If all you want to know is how to run the server, you can leave now. But, editing this file is sort of important. It can tell you, this is pretty much all, actually I'm going to show you how to edit both files while I'm at it. Okay, so this is the other file. This is the file that she uses for misspellings, and things aren't necessarily misspellings, for these categories, and for the color thing, which you can edit on your own too. I'm going to teach you how to edit that first. So for example, if you want to add a new color and call it, oh, what's a color I don't have yet, but I'm just going to go with gold, even though I'm pretty sure I have that. So all you, yeah, I do. Okay, all you need to do is you need to do this, it has to be capitalized, and then you just type in whatever color you want there. If you want to add a new shade, which is like the prefix, so it'd be like deep gold or something, or dark gold, or light gold, or bright gold, or nothing special gold, then all you have to do is do shade. Also, just as a quick note for all of these, the case does matter. Except for over here. Case does not matter over here. Anyway, so you want the potential shades to be like green. Not that that really makes any sense. I guess you could have like a green red, or not a green red, a green blue. That makes sense. But when I do that, you can do that. And the category system, how it works is if I make a category called negative, for example, and then I add word category equals negative. Also, words can be more than one category. Just add a space and then type in the next category. So this would be a negative word and a thanking word. Yeah. So word and then you close it. I recommend getting Visual Studio if you're going to do this because it does help a lot. Because it does provide the end tag for it. And then whatever word you want to include in here. Let's say I do no, and then I also want to have another word, which is of the same category. I probably could just copy paste the line, but whatever. Negative. And then this one's going to be not, or something, because those mean, you know, pretty much the same thing, I guess. And then I'll do one more, which is never, for example. And now she will recognize that all these words do mean the same thing, that they're all negative words, and she will respond accordingly. Let's see, I'm going to fix this. This should be lowercase. Yeah. All of these things should always be lowercase. Because, well, I mean, case doesn't really matter when she's talking to it. And if you do it capitalized, then it won't be quite right. And then, I mean, not quite right. Sometimes she won't catch it if it's misspelled. So, yeah. Not all these are misspellings. Some of them are, like, British spellings. Like, for example, with the O-U-R instead of O-R, because I'm used to doing OR, so it corrects this to this, or I don't know if corrects is the right word, don't get angry at me. It corrects it like this, or like RE or whatever. I think I thought it did more of spellings of favorite, but whatever. So anyway, she'll correct all of those to a single form. So for example, people type something like, you know, like your or whatever, and you don't want to have to add new options for your, then it'll be corrected to your, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I know what that means because it's actual freaking word. Anyway, I also did receive because it's a common misspelling. Just a couple of things. I mean, there isn't much here. This could definitely be expanded. I want to make this a much more comprehensive list of misspellings, but this is a quick, just a quick thing, because these are a lot of common abbreviations or misspellings. So I figured, you know, this is a good place to start. That's it for this file. If there's something, I mean, there's not much really, not much complicated stuff here, or in this one, honestly. This one has, you'll notice, everything is contained inside, or all these options are conversations you can have with her. Like, for example, if you were to say, how are you? She would respond with one of these and whatnot. So to add a new option manually, all you do is you do option, and then I like to do it like this. Even if you don't do it like this, she'll do it like this herself when she saves. Anyway, okay, so the tag text inside of here, this is something that the person who's talking to her will say. So, for example, when somebody says, what's new, or what's your favorite recreational activity? Yeah, that's a normal sentence. Okay. Spelled it wrong. Okay. What's your favorite recreational activity? And then you wanted to respond with potentially something like, I like to find seashells. Yeah. Okay. So this could be a potential thing. Also, there's another thing. It's called relation. This doesn't have any effect right now, but this is like, this would be like, for example, if you said this, she would like you, you know, -1 amount or 1 amount or something. It doesn't actually do anything in the moment. but I do have some plans for her to potentially give you different responses depending on how you talk to her. So if you're like mean to her, then your relationship will go down and she'll choose options that are more negative. Or I might just do away with it altogether. This was originally designed for an RPG, of course, so that's where the relation thing originally came from. And anyway, how it selects these options is it... So if somebody were to type in, like, what is your favorite activity? Oh yeah, also, one other thing. I really forgot this. You can do contractions here too, like you can do apostrophe. Well, actually, you can't do apostrophe s because that's not valid in XML. You would have to give it the proper character code, which eludes me at the moment, but you can do it. So I'm just gonna do it like this for now. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, the tag name is the misspelling, the inside is the correct. So for her to do like apostrophe s, then you would just want to expand that to is, or maybe space is, honestly. Like this, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, so, and then it checks for apostrophe s. If there is an apostrophe s, then it'll expand it to space is, useful. And if there is an apostrophe, then it does recognize that that's a contraction, and it doesn't check for word boundaries like it does with the other ones, because otherwise correcting you would correct you. It'll correct this word you to you, like that, and that's not really something you want. But if there is an apostrophe, it will recognize that. Alright, so somebody would type, what's your favorite activity? It would choose this option because it has what? Or not, it doesn't have what because it has what's, but it has your favorite activity, and that's a lot of matching. So it would almost certainly choose this one. Respond with, I like to find seashells. Also, something else you can do is you can have more than one response. Like this, and then she'll respond with either one of these. There's an equal chance. If you want one of them to have more chances, then just go like this, and she'll probably say, I enjoy finding seashells, although it is possible to say, I like find seashells. You can also have more than one text, and this is something else that will activate it, as in, what do you like to do in your free time? Also, these don't actually have to be sentences. It doesn't have to match perfectly. So you can do like, what do you like enjoy to do, perform, or something. And like all of these words are just keywords that you use to activate this. And you can also do it like this if you don't feel like doing the contraction thing, because if you're like me and you're too lazy to look up the character code, you can just do this instead. What's your favorite recreational activity? Well, but instead of that, you do what's is, and you can do like this, and then it will recognize if you type what is your favorite activity, for example, then it will be a very good match because they'll have what is your favorite and activity. So that's how that works. Thanks for watching. It's pretty simple. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. There will be links to all this stuff in the description, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.